land of ancient mysteries, the cradle of humankind, where the earth itself tears open to burst the majestic Rift Valley. Here, vibrant traditions dance with breathtaking landscapes. Welcome guys to Ethiopia. We traveled 2 months with our truck all around Ethiopia and want to take you on a journey with us through time, terror and tectonic wonders as we unravel the tapestry of a nation that promises more than just a trip, but a voyage into the very soul of history and culture. Let's kick off this adventure in one of Ethiopia's most stunning and otherworldly landscapes, the Danakil Depression, a place where the earth bears its soul and shows us its fiery heart. Often referred to one of the hottest places on Earth, the Danakil Depression is made of otherworldly landscapes. Here, vibrant sulfur springs, salt flats and active volcanoes create a surreal tapestry, making it feel like you have stepped onto another planet. Guys, make sure to check out my video of the lifetime trip to the Danakil Depression. One of the highlights here is the active volcano Erta. And another highlight is Dalol, a place that feels out of Earth. Dalol is one of the hottest places on Earth with a record temperature of 49 degrees Celsius or 121 degrees Fahrenheit. The area is full of sulfurous geysers and transparent pools of steaming salt water dotted with crystalline formations that glow in frosty green, yellow, orange, red and white tones. To reach it, you need to drive through the entire Salt Lake Asale, which is a fantastic experience, the same as jumping into the Salt Lake holes. But this area is dangerous and not for the easy stomach. You need to prepare for this trip and make sure that it's safe to go. After visiting the Danakil Depression, we headed to Lalibela, Ethiopia's first tourist destination I have ever heard about. The road from Samara to Lalibela was long and not in the best condition, but the landscape you are traveling through is mesmerizing. Lalibela is often called the African Petra. Lalibela is renowned for its rock-hewn churches carved from solid stone. These architectural marvels, built in the 12th century, remain active places of worship and are a testament to Ethiopia's rich Christian heritage. And don't be fooled by Instagram. There's not just this one famous church. Lalibela has 11 churches that are all connected underground, plus many more in the surroundings. Lalibela is the most tourist-friendly destination in Ethiopia, and we enjoyed our long time here very much. That's why I dedicated a whole video to Lalibela itself. Now we continue driving to the Semien Mountains. And, like always in Ethiopia, driving is long, the roads are bad, but the views are incredible. The rugged Semien Mountains also known as the Roof of Africa, are trekkers' paradise. With dramatic cliffs, deep valleys, and unique endemic wildlife, they provide both adventure and breathtaking panoramas. But first, you need to get your tickets and be prepared for corruption and annoying guides. So right now we are here in the park, which is the city. You have to buy your entrance tickets for the Semien National Park, and this is really the first time we have a really bad experience here in Ethiopia, because it's a mandatory rule that you take a scout with you into the park, and it's 400 birr per day, which is absolutely fine, but it's no rule that you have to take a guide with you. This is just if you want, you can take a guide with you. And we don't have space for another person. We only have space for the scout in our car, and we don't have any more space. So they were arguing with us for over 30 minutes that it's mandatory to take a guide with you, and always saying it's a rule, and then they have their rules printed inside the office. So we just took a picture of the rules and we read them to them, that it's absolutely no necessary to take a guide with you. And I mean, after 30 or 40 minutes they finally gave us the tickets without the guide, but it was just such a rip-off, and it's just leaving us with a really bad experience. After that, we made our way to the park. We're inside the Semien National Park, and behind me you can see the Chimba Waterfall. Hiking in the Semien Mountains is a must, whether an easy or more advanced trek, but it's the best way to take in the stunning scenery. So we did a little hike to the waterfall. Another highlight is for sure the gelada baboon, so make sure to keep your eyes open for them while driving through the park. Our next stop is Gondor. Once the grand capital of ancient Ethiopian empires, Gondor is a city of castles and palaces. Its historical sites echo tales of royalty, warfare, and artistry from centuries gone by. Unfortunately, nothing is left of that welfare. Today the people struggle in Gondor. Behind me you can see the pretty city of Gondor, a UNESCO World Heritage City. But life for people can be quite challenging here, because they only have access to electricity for a couple of hours every day, which means no lights, no ATMs, no fridges. It's very difficult to plan your day because you never know when the electricity is being shut off. You need to check out the Royal Enclosure, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We had a lovely guide who also showed us some local dance moves. The Gondor of yesteryear was a city of extreme brutality and immense wealth. The entire compound contains numerous castles and palaces and has been restored with the aid of UNESCO. Another highlight here in Gondor is the Debre Libanos Church. The church ceiling is covered with 100 angel faces, a unique sight and one of the prettiest churches of all Ethiopia. Back on the road through stunning scenery on the way to Bahir Dar. Perched by the southern shores of Lake Tana, Bahir Dar is a picturesque city that serves as a launchpad to the majestic Blue Nile Falls. Welcome guys to the Blue Nile Waterfall, as you can see behind me.
Nowadays it has only 10% of the usual amount of water because of the hydropower plant built here. And the water right now is brownish because it's the beginning of rainy season and we can already see the mud. But normally the name from Blue Nile comes from the bluish reflection from the basalt stone.
It's a pleasant day visit from Bahir Dar. You can walk a loop around the waterfall and then take a local boat back to the other side of the river. And don't miss out on enjoying some coffee and taking in the scenery at the waterfall. While in Bahir Dar, you should also enjoy a boat tour on Lake Tana, which is dotted with ancient monasteries. A boat trip on the lake can take you to these historical sites and to the Blue Nile outlet where you can see hippos if you are lucky. We didn't see any, they probably hid somewhere from the storm that day. The city has a beautiful promenade by the lake where you can go for a walk, enjoy local cuisine and lakeside restaurants, or simply take in the sunset views over the water. But be careful, sneaky monkeys who steal your food are everywhere. Next, we are heading to the capital city, Addis Abeba. And while I don't think that Addis is a must visit, the drive from Bahir Dar to Addis definitely is. We saw one of the most beautiful scenery here. And of course, you always see some craziness as well, but that makes driving in Ethiopia so interesting. We also made a quick stop at the monastery Debre Libanos. Oh, but make sure you stick to the rules for entry.
Today we visited the monastery Debre Libanos. It's very nice. They have a nice little church here and a small museum. And there's also a holy cave with holy water where you can walk up and enjoy some views. Next to the monastery are some really nice restaurants and cafes where you can enjoy some cool drinks and just enjoy the amazing view. The capital of Ethiopia, Addis Abeba, is a city of contrasts. As Africa's diplomatic hub and the African Union seat, it blends modern skyscrapers with traditional markets, showcasing the dynamic herd of contemporary Ethiopia. So this is where we parked the truck here in Addis. It's the big parking ground of the Sheraton Hotel. We decided to go to the best hotel in town because we expect some spare parts from the Netherlands via DHL. And we thought if you stay at the best hotel in town, surely the parcel will find one way or another to you. It didn't. It's super complicated. I guess there you need a broker and I don't know, it's super expensive, super complicated, but at least we're at the right place where we get some help from the concierge. So it was definitely a good choice to come to Sheraton. And while this is no marketing for Sheraton, it is the best hotel in town, and I highly recommend staying here. You feel like returning to a peaceful place after visiting some of the craziness you will see in the city. For example, the Mercato market. Mercato is not only the largest open-air market in Ethiopia, but also one of the largest in Africa. It's a labyrinth of endless alleyways, stalls and shops, offering a vibrant and sometimes overwhelming sensory experience. Please don't take out your phone, it will be stolen within minutes. We took a road without the phones and then drove with the car around to take some pictures. But behind closed windows,
No kidding, it is that extreme. While in Addis, you should also visit the National Museum, which is famous for the fossil Lucy. Lucy is a 3.2 million year old fossil skeleton of our human ancestor. Oh, and you know what? We did get our parcel after all. Yay! It only took a whole day of waiting at customs. But glad we got it and we could fix some stuff on the truck with some help and lots of visitors. You are never alone in Africa.
Shit. Nice.
On our way to the south of Ethiopia, we stopped at Langano Lake, but the way to our campsite wasn't easy to find. So we ended up on a trail with too many low-hanging branches, but with a whole village convinced to cut all of them down. Good morning from Lake Langano. This is one of many Rift Valley lakes here in Ethiopia, and it's also one of the only lakes you can swim in because there's no bilhatios or any crocs. Well, so much for swimming. The color is very strange and the fact that you cannot see anything. Not sure if I like it or not. One of my favorite places of all Ethiopia is Arba Minch. I can't tell you what it is with this place, but people seem friendlier than in other areas, and the nature here is stunning. Arba Minch is nestled between the shimmering Lake Abaya and Lake Chamo, and is a gateway to diverse landscape and cultures. Known for its Bridge of Heaven view, it's a serene base to explore the southern Ethiopian wonders. Amongst the highlight is a boat tour of Lake Chamo to see the crocodiles and hippos. And a visit to the indigenous tribe of the Dorsi people in the mountains. Make sure to check out our video about Arba Minch. Now we continue to the Omo Valley, a cultural mosaic. The Omo Valley is home to numerous indigenous tribes with distinct traditions, languages, and rituals. This region boasts incredible biodiversity and offers a window into some of the most ancient human cultures. There are over 10 distinctly different tribes existing in the Omo Valley, like the Mursi tribe, or the Bodhi tribe, the Hama and the Bana tribe, and the Karo, the Dasanek tribe, and many more. I couldn't possibly tell you in a few minutes what we experienced in the Omo Valley. It was an incredible trip of a lifetime. That's why I made a whole video about different tribes, their special ceremonies and cultures alone. Come check it out. Our next stop in Ethiopia is the town of Konso.
We arrived in Konso, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I will show you a local village later. Right now we are at a very beautiful landscape called Hosha, also called New York, because the rock formations look like skyscrapers.
The cultural landscape of Konso is marked by terraced agricultural practices and ancient wooden totems known as waka. Its community-based living and millennia-old traditions earned it a UNESCO World Heritage Site status. Okay guys, I'm giving my best doing these intros, but as an introvert, I don't feel particularly confident having such a large crowd watching me. So this was my first attempt of explaining the wakas.
Okay, so now you can here see the wakas. It's totems for fears
And another attempt.
Here you can see another waka. It's a totem for feared warriors or the eldest of the tribe. And you get it when you fight fiercely against animals like leopards or lions, or against another tribe.
Our last stop we want to show you is a gem of Islamic culture, the city of Harar. But Harar is far away from other tourist destinations, so it was a very long detour for us, which we combined with some nice days in the Doho Lodge in the Awash National Park. This area is particularly known for the natural hot springs, which are believed to have healing waters. Harar is an ancient walled city with alleyways and vibrant markets. With its rich history and unique tradition of feeding wild hyenas, it fuses the ancient and the extraordinary. We had a guided tour through the old town and market, which was a great experience. Also got to try some local food and other things.
Now let's try some cut.
And a unique experience is seeing the hyena man feeding wild hyenas in the middle of the town every single night. Alright guys, that was our 2-month trip around Ethiopia. I hope you liked it. So make sure to check out our other Ethiopia videos.